everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Jets going up against the Bills. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Throwing, Lynch, looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Smith catches left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Lynch on first down. And he's got Decker left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. On first and 10, it's Lynch. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. Now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he's brought down after a good gain. They'll get 23 yards there. And the Bills are going to have a first down.
I'm often struck when I watch LaShawn McCoy play. How often you just watch him, and you can almost get mesmerized by his style, and then, boom, there's another 20-plus yard run. It's amazing how he pulls it off.
Yeah, his former second-round pick out of Pittsburgh, still doing it in the league at a very, very high level.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
On second down, it's McCoy. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And got a man. It's Woods. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Slot man moves right. They'll throw on first down with Taylor, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and it's second down. And so often we talk about electric playmakers as we look at the offense here. Sammy Watkins, he's an electric playmaker.
Love the word you used. Electric indeed. Dynamic, and this guy makes plays and opens the game up.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So McCoy adding to his yardage total in this one. Last year, 895 yards in his first season in Buffalo. Of course, he had Charles 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him go. He wants a big year in 2016.
And the defense for New York.
Darrelle Revis is on the short list of the best corners who ever played in the NFL. Revis Island is where wide receivers go to hide.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now Taylor looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He may have had some off-season foot surgery, but that hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes a field goal unit for the Bills, led by Dan Carpenter. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now Lynch to throw. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here's Lynch to throw. The open man is Smith. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season. It's the Jets going up against the Bills. With that, let's send you up to Orchard Park in Western New York, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. This is Forte. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. So the carry that time for Forte, a man who turned 30 last December, Charles.
And he wants to make sure we forget about that with his new team, the New York Jets. But we do know that 30 is the dreaded age for runners.
And Forte so experienced, more touches than anybody else in the NFL the last 8 years.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the rookie from Ohio State, Adolphus Washington. In there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. On 2nd down, here's Lynch. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Adolphus Washington in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. But let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. Here's Colton Schmidt now to kick it away for Buffalo. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. Forced out to his left. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Now it's Lynch, and he finds Daniels. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Kyle Williams never gets the credit he deserves as a defensive tackle, but every offense in the league knows how difficult it is to block him.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now Lynch to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Folk's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll go again to McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, You got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down.
Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Buffalo first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, here's Lynch. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Throwing, Lynch. Right back for Marshall. This time it's complete. They get 31 yards that time. And it's a first down for the Jets.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. On first down, it's Lynch. O'Neill's got it, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys will work their weight in gold.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Folk's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Flush to his right, and he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Ohio! 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 Let's go! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Flex round! Flex round!
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. And now they're in the hurry-up. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Let's go! One!
Throwing again, it's Taylor. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. And they're pushed back after the penalty. Still 2nd down.
Come on, let's go!
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor backing up. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big gain there for the Bills. 35 yards. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. 1st down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Field goal. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go! 190! Hut! 190!
Final play of the half. It's Taylor throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Here's Taylor. And got a man. It's Woods. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming and down he goes. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 18 yards on that one. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
This is Gillisley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw is Taylor, and Taylor finds his receiver. That's Watkins. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Bills are going to have it 1st and goal.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when your running back can catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the I. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. They'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Carpenter knocks it through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
The New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The drive begins with a run by Forte. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. That's good for a Jets first down.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Forte, the lone running back. Lynch to throw. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Let's go.
Again, it's McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Flex round. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Taylor escaping the pressure right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
This is taken at the 23. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Jets take possession. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Lynch on first down. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Anunwa's got it complete. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And he'll bang that one through. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Taylor. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Time for a break. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. We're back to see what happens after this. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's Taylor on fourth down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Watkins alone on the left side. He'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. He's back to throw. And got a man. It's Woods. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee.